Hi and welcome to AFTV. It's now time for the player ratings. We'll go straight into it. Let's start with Aaron Ramsdale, James.
5, 6.
Yeah, I'd say more than more than the
You know what
5.
I'm saying?
He did that
No,
save at the near post.
No, I'm going to say 5 because I think it was an average performance. He's let in 3 goals, but at the same time, I don't think any of it was his fault. I think he made some decent saves. I think everything that came into the box, he kind of dealt with the 1 or 2 moments. Kicking was pretty good today. Maybe a bit harsh, but we still conceded 3 goals, so I'm going to go with a 5, but nowhere near our worst player.
Yeah, nowhere near. Let's go to Tomiyasu.
7 for Tomiyasu.
Big jump.
Yeah, dealt with his, again, not a fault for the goals. Dealt with his individual battles brilliantly. Kept Jadon Sancho quiet, and it's I say that, and then Jadon Sancho comes in and has his moment for the equaliser. But I thought Tomiyasu did his job very, very well. A few times Ronaldo tried to take him 1-on-1, and Tomiyasu just dealt with it. Yeah, we've got a proper defender there. I like him a lot.
Okay, 7 for him. Ben White.
5 for Ben White.
Ooh.
Because while I think he had some really good moments, again, Ronaldo's got too much. Bruno, Ronaldo, they got too much space for those goals, and they look to me like more White's man than Gabriel's man. Maybe I'm being harsh, but
No, I think
it feels to me like in those moments there was one person to mark, and White has shown a history in his short Arsenal career of dropping far too much towards goal. Yeah. He did it against Palace a lot. Can't remember against Brentford, but against Palace we saw it, and I've just seen that a little bit in his defending. Now I think on his day White can be a Rolls Royce of a defender. I really like quality on the ball, and actually gets in front of players, and he did some really good things tonight, which is why I'm not going to give him a 2-3 because of the goals, but I don't think he's anything more than average because I think he could have done better with the goals, but then I think there were bigger mistakes in the build-up.
Yeah, I think 5's a fair result there for him. He saw in the second goal he was on the floor. He knew it was him that should have really stopped the goal going in. So let's talk about Gabriel. What's his score for you?
7 again because the best of the. What did I give Tomiyasu? A 7?
Yeah, him a 7. Yeah, I'm trying to look at you to say.
Well, I think Gabriel was slightly better, but I'm not giving 8s when we've just conceded 3 goals at Old Trafford to a United side that've been terrible. 7. I think Gabriel again let down like at Anfield. I know he's part of the defence. I know it's his job to lead and get it going, but he did his job well today, his individual moments. Now maybe we need to see one of him or White starting to take control of that back four when the midfield doesn't do its job and it opens up a little bit. But 7 for Gabriel.
Okay. Nuno Tavares for you. Obviously, there's been controversial talks about should Kieran Tierney start, should he have started. Yeah. What do you give him today?
5 again, because there's some really nice, and I am looking at not just the result, I'm looking at the performance here. And I think I said in my fan cam that I thought the performance really wasn't bad. There were just some bad moments. And, as Gunner blog, James McNicholas has just said in a tweet, United made fewer mistakes than Arsenal, and they've also got a more devastating attack. And that is a really good way of summing it up. And I think Tavares makes an error because he's not quite got it to Smith Rowe, and then he thinks he's going to get forward, realises he can't. It's all a bit of it's poor judgment, but again, some really nice stuff on the ball. When you think he's going to lose it, he comes inside, he drives forward, he's brave, and I like that. And I'm going to give him a 5 because I don't think he's the reason we lost the game, and I think he looked more a threat than most going forward. So yeah.
I agree with what you're saying there. I think because we've got such a young team, I think they're learning to show that the Premier League standard is if you make mistakes, you can be punished very much for that. Let's go into midfield.
Starts to drop here.
Here we go. Let's go with the Thomas Partey then.
It's a 4 for... That feels high.
Yeah, that feels high. It does feel high.
No, you know what? Because of the standards I have for Thomas Partey, who I believe on his day, and not just on his day, I believe he's a world-class midfielder who's not shown at Arsenal because of injuries or whatever. But I believe he really is. I believe he's got world-class quality about him. It's a 3 because it would have been a 2 if he hadn't played that ball to Martinelli out there. But he's saved by that nice bit of play. But he needed to impose himself today in the way he did last season, and he didn't. And McTominay, Fred, Bruno, they weren't great today. No. United weren't great today. That's what's annoying. And Partey didn't impose himself. Some really poor passes in that first half. which I think contributed to United starting to get a foothold in the game and their midfield realising that we were there for the taking. So 3.
3. Okay. Mohamed El Neni, I think today he had a pretty good game. I think a lot of people were surprised to see him in there, but what do you give him for today's performance?
I'm going to give him a 4. Because
he got the assist as well, you know?
Yeah, just headed it.
Yeah, I know. They count.
El Neni did fine today. But we lost the midfield battle, and he's part of that. And maybe I'm marking him down for things I'm never going to mark him up on, and that is his ability going forward. Yep. And there were moments where, in that second half, El Neni started as the deeper player with Partey roaming a bit more. Second half, I think Arteta realised that Partey wasn't in it, swapped them around, and El Neni was roaming a little bit more. And I think his lack of quality going forward showed. So yeah, first half a lot better than his second, but ultimately a 4 for me.
4, okay. Martinelli returns after his performance against Newcastle, coming off the bench and scoring. He was in today. Would you give him?
A 7, because his work rate was phenomenal. Proper work rate. Said it on the full time. Proper work rate. Chasing. And not work rate like you're the defender, I'm digging out Aubameyang there. We're going to get to that. But a lot of players, it's not just Aubameyang, it's a lot of players. Not just at Arsenal, but players in football. You're the defender on the ball, you're going to press, and it's a bit of kind of, you get there, and then you shuffle, and it's like, I'm blocking the space, I'm looking busy. Martinelli it's going to look a bit weird, but Martinelli is right up, into your body, trying to go at your heels, trying to make it uncomfortable. You twist with you. And that is what I mean by work rate. And then I look at, obviously, his assist, his drive, trying to make things happen. 7.
Okay. Martin Odegaard. We know you've been a big fan of him.
I like him.
So do I as well, actually. But today, what do you give him for his performance?
I think his performance, he had some really nice touches. He sets up Martinelli nicely. I think Martinelli should do better with that chance. We could be looking at assists. He then gets a goal. We could be looking at a goal and assist for him today. I think he's picking up nice pockets. I think he's trying to make things happen. I think his press is a big part of why we're able to go and play that way at Old Trafford in the first 25 minutes. Why that second half we had more of the ball. But he's getting a 2.
I was looking at you like, wow, if you got anything up anywhere near above a 5, go on.
Because you can talk about him not doing enough on the ball, not creating, not all. That's all true, sure. But I kind of think that's difficult to do at Old Trafford, even in United's bad form and all that. That number 10 position is really tricky to have a real influence in when you're away from home at these massive clubs. But the penalty is an absolute howler. Do you know how buzzy I would be right now, even with a 2-2 draw? Should be like 2-2. You know what? We show some character. United with everything going, that brilliant. Yeah. But no. And that is on him. It's on him. Sorry. And I hope he bounces back. I think he can bounce back. I think he'll prove a good signing for Arsenal. But that's on him for me. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to Emile Smith-Rowe. Now, he come off, I think, due to match fitness, I guess. I think he was giving it his all. Had a good performance. Yeah, he worked hard. So, Emile Smith-Rowe for you, James.
Gonna say 7 as well. You know, when I say all these, I'm thinking, actually, was he as good as Martinelli? Probably not. I'll go 6. Great goal. Really great goal.
Our top scorer right now.
Well taken. Don't hate on me, Arsenal fans. I don't think it's going in if De Gea's not on the floor. I think he's probably rolling over and catching that. Sorry.
Fair.
I've got to have a little laugh at it. So, but hits the target, well struck, all that. And then first half did some nice things. Second half, I think, struggled to get into it. So, yeah, a 6. And then showed some good character at Old Trafford today. Fair play to him.
Okay, our captain, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, got a lot of spotlight is going to be on him throughout this week. And, his ability to score goals, because it seems like they dried up again.
2 for me. Wow. He even gets 2 because I see him working hard, really trying. And it's so easy. People do this with Pepe as well. It's so easy to see a player playing badly and go, they're not working, they're not trying. And then they bring out stupidness like attitude. And it's like, no. He's got all that. He's working hard. He's trying. He's committed to the cause. He's giving it his all. And we're going to point that out and praise it and thank him for that. But the quality was lacking massively. And all I ever hear from the people who defend Aubameyang the most is he's not getting chances. True. Arsenal don't create enough chances. That is a problem. That's an Arteta problem. That's an Odegaard problem. That's a midfield problem. Sure, that's all true. But then the few he's had, he's absolutely stunk the place out. Awful, awful finishing of late. And maybe I'm being too harsh, but don't tell me that that's what he brings most. And when I don't see him delivering, he needs more than one chance a game. Of course he needs more than one chance a game. Absolutely. And that's not fair on him. But you've still got to do so much better. Yeah. He's not missing them and being a bit unlucky. They're howlers in terms of finishes. Disappointed. It's a 2 for me. I look at what Martinelli and Smith Rowe do when they try to get on the ball, try to make things happen, try to drive, and I don't see that from him, so it's disappointing. He's trying, I give him that, but it's a 2. Sorry.
Okay, let's look at the subs now. Let's start with Eddie Nketiah.
Not enough time to do anything. 5 tried, but yeah.
Okay. Lacazette?
Yeah, 5. Didn't.
5?
No, it's more NA, non-applicable.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah.
Fair. And then lastly, Saka, same as again.
Saka, I'll give him a 5. I mean, I'll be honest, the performance was more a 3 or 4, but I mean, he wasn't on very long. He's just had an injury. Should he really? I don't know, but sure, 5.
Okay. Before we go into manager and refereeing for your player ratings, let me ask you, who's your man of the match? Because there was a lot of 7s, there was no 8s, there was no distinctive man of the match for you there. Who would you have said in that Arsenal side was your man of the match?
Martinelli.
Right.
Yeah. Could have been Gabriel or Tomiyasu, but again, the 3 goals conceded, so I look at Martinelli. Okay. Arsenal's best player for me, yeah. Okay,
let's go to the ref. Now, obviously, he had the moment where he went to blow the whistle, didn't blow the whistle, did blow the whistle eventually once the goal had gone in. Didn't give a goal, had to go check VAR. What do you give him? Do you think he made some good decisions today? The Martin Odegaard penalty as well, from his bad tackle?
I'm going to give... It's difficult, because is it the referee or is it refs and VAR and everything included?
Yeah, let's keep them. Let's do it all as all included.
Okay, well then I'll give him a 6, because I think the referee, it can't downplay how good it is from the ref to go to blow his whistle, realise, because he's got a split second to go, if this goes in, this might need to be reviewed. But if I blow now, it ain't being given. So he just goes, he stops, and then he has to deal with it, and they come to the right decision. Well done. Brilliant. The penalty they got right. I have to say it, the Fred penalty they got right. He doesn't give it at the time. VAR jumps in, they give it. But it's a penalty on Tomiyasu. It's a penalty on Tomiyasu. So, and that is pretty crucial. So I'll give him a 6. But, if they'd given that, I think it was pretty flawless. Let the game flow. Yeah. Don't think there's anything too robust or over the top. I think he got his yellow cards right. Think he allowed it to be a feisty affair, but in a good, fair way. Yeah, ref did well.
6. I thought you went with a 7, but 6 seems fair. Let's go to Mikel Arteta. Gone to Old Trafford on a Thursday night. Went out. Went more attacking in my opinion. Made some controversial changes to the side, but some would say it paid off. I think El Neni had a good game in there. Tavares keeps his place. Martin Odegaard comes in. What do you give Mikel Arteta for today's performance?
A 4. Because there were some things to like, but not bringing Pepe on, strange to me.
Eddie Nketiah coming back.
Weird one. It's not about Nketiah's ability or point. It's about the contract situation, and with Lacazette, and when you've not got Pepe coming on, something's going on there. I think Arsenal sitting back. I think Arteta tries to make out that they're not intending to, but then you've got to be able to influence that. You've got to see that Arsenal's game plan is going out the window and try and reignite it. Give them a 4 because we've lost. We've lost, and that's 5 for the season now. Yeah. There were things to like about today. There were, but we still struggle to create chances. I can't go much higher than that.
Okay. So that's it for the player ratings. Make sure you let us know your player ratings and manager ratings in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be intrigued to see your breakdown for this coming your way on AFTV tomorrow. Peace.